There was a time I smiled, a time I laughed like everyone else, but those days felt like a dream I couldn't remember. Now, all I felt was silence, loud, crushing silence. I used to pray, used to believe someone out there was listening, but after loss, betrayal, and heartbreak, I stopped believing, stopped hoping. I started dying, slowly, every day. I was that kid who tried to hold the family together. I was the friend who smiled even when I was breaking. But no one noticed. Not when I started skipping meals. Not when I started skipping life. I began to hide behind jokes, behind noise, because silence reminded me I was alone. And in that loneliness, a voice began to whisper, "You're a burden. They'd be better off without you." One night I stood on a rooftop. No one called. No one texted. It was like the world had forgotten I existed. And I started to believe maybe I didn't matter. I wrote a message, 3 words. "I'm so sorry." Then I whispered, "Jesus, if you're real, this is your last chance." And then something changed. Not outside me, inside. A warmth, a breath, a whisper. It didn't say, "Stop." It didn't say, "You're wrong." It said, "I see you. I'm with you. Come home." I remembered being a kid in church, hearing stories about Jesus saving the lost. Back then I thought those stories were just fairy tales. But that night, that story became mine. I didn't jump. I dropped to my knees, on that rooftop, in the cold. I cried, like a child needing his father, and he was there. Jesus didn't shout. He didn't demand I change first. He met me right where I was, in the mess, in the shame, in the silence. That was the beginning, not of religion, but of rescue, because Jesus doesn't fix perfect people. He finds the broken and makes them whole. My life didn't instantly become perfect. I still cried, still struggled, but now I wasn't alone. I had a savior, a friend, a reason. I started going to church again. I found real people, flawed like me, but forgiven. I opened my Bible, and for the first time, the words felt alive. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. There are thousands of stories like mine. Maybe yours is next. Because if Jesus could find me on a cold rooftop with a broken soul, he can find you too. You haven't gone too far. You haven't fallen too deep. And it's not too late. You're not forgotten. You're loved. You're his. If this touched your heart, don't leave in silence. Comment, "Jesus, I'm ready." And I promise you, he'll meet you right where you are. Subscribe for more real stories of hope, because your story isn't over.